We arrive in Dublin the day of the All-Ireland Gaelic Football Cup, the pinnacle competition in the Gaelic football calendar. It's between Kerry and Dublin, and it's taking place in Dublin. So I'm watching it live on television one day, and then the next day I'm wandering down the street when I end up holding the very same Sam Maguire trophy that they're playing for, even though I don't know much about this game at all. It's a strange old world, isn't it? We've relocated from Cork in the south to Dublin, the Irish capital city of these Emerald Isles.
And actually now just give me 1, 2. Exactly, nice and loud. Perfect with these.
And it's straight into some drum lessons for Helen at the Irish Rock and Roll Museum.
1, 2, bang.
And again.
And again. And keep going. What are you playing?
It will rock you.
Gentlemen from the other side of the planet. Yeah. Give it up for Helen. Helen, who you just watched playing the drums, is now officially part of the Temple Lane tradition and has practiced music in the same room as U2, the Cranberries, Sinead O'Connor, the Boomtown Rats, the Frames, Thin Lizzy, Gary Moore, Rory Gallagher, Hozier, Fontaines DC, the Red Hot Chili Peppers, Metallica, and a man called David Bowie.
They reckon that there's been a settlement here for 1,300 years. During that time, there's been a lot of factors that have significantly influenced Dublin's development, for good or bad. The Vikings, the English, the Roman Catholic Church, their love of Guinness, the fact that it is a port city, the weather, the indomitable Irish spirit. These are all things that have shaped the city that Helen and I explored and fell in love with, despite the weather. The Irish summer is like the English one. Our run of fairly average weather conditions continues. Dublin is damp and grey for most of the day, so we are consigned for most of our day to museums, which luckily for us are particularly interesting. Down by the waterfront is Epic, the Irish Immigration Museum. Now this was voted Europe's leading tourist attraction 3 times in a row, beating such heavyweights as Buckingham Palace, the Colosseum, the Eiffel Tower, the Acropolis and the Sagrada Familia. This is a legitimate award that I checked out myself from the World Travel Awards. So this place comes with a huge set of expectations. And on the whole, it is a very interesting museum, which is super interactive and uses technology to educate and inform really well.
On the very edge of a terrific precipice.
We also went to the Little Museum of Dublin, which claims to be the #1 museum in Ireland. Fun facts I learnt from the guided tour were that Dublin was the site of the biggest Viking settlement outside of Scandinavia back in the day, and the Irish don't like the English. Okay, maybe I already knew that last one, but seriously, what the Irish had to put up with during their 850-year English rule was really bad. And the Irish invented the cheese and onion potato chips. Apparently Joe Spud Murphy in the 1950s added flavouring, and up till then potato chips really just came in a potato flavour. So thanks Joe Spud Murphy.
Irish stew in Ireland.
I got to eat some Irish stew in Ireland and I had a Guinness, but it is really not my favourite, not even close. In fact, if I never drink another Guinness in my life, it will be too soon. But the Irish stew was awesome. Phil Lynott, for obvious reasons, is a national icon in Ireland. He truly is a working class hero. Boys are back in town. No doubt there will be a statue soon for Sinead O'Connor. Gone too soon. So it turns out Molly Malone isn't just the name of Irish pubs all around the world, it actually was a song about a woman who sold fish. Trinity College, nice place. Ireland's oldest university, dating back to 1592. Ireland cares deeply for its past. The potato famine left an indelible mark on the nation's collective memory, and that is represented here in the Famine Memorial. Dublin Castle surprised me. It is as grand as anything else I've ever seen in Europe. There are room after room of amazing artworks, but you know what? I felt art overload fairly quickly. Art just isn't my jam. That guy wrote Gulliver's Travels. Santa Claus without his beard on. At least he's wearing a headband. It was a last-minute thing to sign up for the Irish Rock and Roll Museum, but honestly, it was the best part of our time in Dublin, to be sure. Despite, or maybe because of, the harsh history lessons that the Irish have had to bear over the centuries, their music has thrived. Our tour guide listed a truckload of top musical acts from the last 50 years that reads like a who-who of contemporary music.
And pop music had made a difference to the world. Fans had made a difference. Known what lay ahead for U2. The 1983 album War.
Paul Hewson, also known as Bono, Dave Evans, who you will know as The Edge, and Dave Evans' older brother Dick Evans. You won't see him in the picture. He did go to about 4 rehearsals, and then he said, "You guys are going nowhere, I'm starting my own band, the Virgin Prunes."
Okay.
Blue sky! So we leave Dublin and Ireland on a high. Now the big question for me is, will they win the Rugby World Cup this year? Yeah, only time will tell. Thanks Ireland, we shall be back. Hey, thanks for joining us on this mini adventure. There are a few more coming, so please like and subscribe.